Hello friends, this is Dr. Alok Padal from Mission Health Homeopathy. This is the case of a 18-year-old female suffering from very bad kind of cracked skin of the soul. She was suffering since many years and she was never recovered by all any kind of treatment. So she never visited to my clinic, but her cousin brother's mother was suffering from bad kind of atopic dermatitis of the sole and the foot, and recovered for the same for my homeopathic treatment. So her cousin brothers told to her, you can also take treatment from this doctor, and you will get result. So once his brother came to me and asked to me to talk to her and prescribe some medicine also for her. So I said, okay. So he called to her and I asked what happened to you. She just replied that I have this kind of eruptions in the soul and cracked skin of the soul and very painful and bleeding also there. I asked, okay. I said, okay, and what, and anything else who happening to you? She said nothing. And I asked when it happens generally. She said it remains all the time, but especially aggravate in the winter season. And aggravate in the winter season, and gradually it goes subside and remain mildly remain throughout of the year. I said, okay. I asked anything else happening to you? She said nothing. And I asked more questions, but she didn't reply. Just she replied no and yes. And after reflecting a long time after uh, replying to me, but I understood that she's reserved. She doesn't want to talk. She's a shy and timid kind of girl. So I said, okay, I am giving to you some medicine. So initially, my first prescription was Netramure, as I understood that she is reserved and she doesn't want to talk much. She's shy, timid like this. So 15 days, after 15 days follow up, there is no improvement. So generally, if what happened here, generally what I do, if my adopted method, if I am not getting desirable result by my adopted method, I change the track. As I try to enter here through the constitutional prescription, so I was fail. So just I open here Fatak repertory and use, I open the chapter soul, and sub rubric was cracked, soul cracked. Mind it, I used Fatak repertory, and Fatak repertory soul chapter and where mentioned cracked. Only two remedy I got, arsenic and mercor. So it was my entry point. I understood that the arsenic is the good remedy, can be the good remedy for this case. And two more rubric also mentioned here, include here, like patient said, just started with the I have bleeding, cracks and pain. So this is what just started. We can take is this is the abruptness, but patient is very belongs to very rural area. She doesn't have idea how to general norms, how to start conversation with anyone. So she knows that what is the problem with her and how is she suffering from this. So she doesn't know anything, but she knows that the she have problem this and that. So start with that problem. So the problem is that what her suffering, and her suffering was that she started with the suffering. So this is the rubric, business talks. She didn't went anywhere like yeah, like hello, hi, namaste, good morning, like this. See, so she started with her problem. So we can take this rubric, business talks. And another rubric, she said her problem generally aggravated in the winter season. If you went to my modalities, so you can apply it. But you can, if you want to apply the mind rubric here, so what she said, generally it appears in the winter season and winter aggravation. So this is the tendency, appearing or aggravation, this is the tendency. Generally it is tend to aggravate in the winter. So if you went to mind rubric, then you will find out this is nothing but this is the prejudice. She is prejudiced what for, this is her eruption aggravated into winter season. So prejudice traditional, you can take this rubric. So now I applied here these two rubric along with this third rubric, particulars, soul, cracked soul. So I started with the arsenic 30 BD. I have given for 15 days, and 15 days interval. Again I started 15 days, arsenic album, arsenic album 30, and then medicine was discontinued. And after 50, after 3 months, 3 months after, her brother came to me, and I asked what happened to that girl. She said, he said, now she is absolutely all right. I said to bring her picture. So it was the picture. Absolutely, she recovered it. Absolutely, she's fine. So I would like to tell you that actually mind, our homeopathy system is what, this is the system of practice of medicine, right? So just we don't have to be prejudiced, like just I am a practitioner of mind method, so I have to only prescribe only mind method. If see, there are so many approaches to find out the exact minimum medicine in our homeopathy system. This is the very important point, and this is the great thing. If one track is blocked, we can go through the another track. Ultimately we have to deal with the patient's problem either any way. So like here, what I did, this is the actually why this is the reason why I have put this case, because I want to tell you that nothing is separated from the homeopathy, because everything is the part of homeopathy, and realize that everything connect to everything else. In this case, if the mind, what is the state of mind, the state of body also at the same time. Here the state of mind was that she was the prejudiced, and she was in the state of business talks. That's why her eruptions also, his body is also telling you that the cracked soul, and only two remedy was there, arsenic and maxol. So my dear friends, please include everything in homeopathy, and nothing can be separated. Nothing can be separated, everything is useful, but just we have to use the idea of different ideas of the prescription. Thanks for watching. This is the case, simple case. Again, thank you.